Okay, so today I'm going to can up my tomatoes. This is the first time I've got to can any tomatoes this season. Oops, my camera looked a little blurry there. And I'm going to can my beef steak tomatoes with my Roma tomatoes. And this is just one little batch here. So I've already got my pot going. And I've already got some in the pot. Some I ran through the food mill that were frozen. And these are all fresh. So what I do is I take my knife and I cut a little X here on the bottom of the tomato before I blanch it, or before I put it in the hot water to get the peeling to come up, you know. And my beef steak tomatoes, I'm going to core them too before I put them in here to make it easier. Okay, hold on and I'll come back. Okay, see, so I cored my beefsteak tomato and put the X in the bottom there so that when they boil in the water, it will make it a lot easier to peel the tomatoes. So I will do a bunch here and stick them in the pot and show you what they look like in a minute. Okay, so I've got my tomatoes in the pot. They're boiling.
Was it marked? Huh? Was it marked? Huh? Was it marked?
Like as you can see on this Roma tomato, the skin's split. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the sink in my cold water bath, which I'm using the sink for.
It's free. Huh? It's free.
And here's this beefsteak tomato. I wait until the skin splits like that and you know they're done and they're easy to pull out. Pull the skin off. But I can't do this left-handed. So here's my sink and I've got my tomatoes in there to be a cold water bath to cool off, and then you can just literally peel the skins right off. And since I already cored the beefsteak ones, they're ready to just go straight in the pot. That's how easy it is, guys, to can tomatoes, or to blanch and peel tomatoes. And I'm going to water bath can these at the end so you guys can just hang out and see that at the end. Okay guys, so like I said, my tomato plants were kind of slow producing this year, so as my tomatoes started coming on, I'd pick them and then I'd bag them and put them in bags like this, and I froze them all, and I just put them out here a little bit ago since I started canning my fresh ones. And I just put these out here so that I can peel these and throw these in the pot with the ones that I'm doing inside. But when you freeze them like this, it kind of saves you from going through a step, because then you can just take them out and peel them or put them in the food mill and grind them up. So, and these are a lot of my beef steaks off my tomatoes and stuff at home. These are some Romas I think I bought at the store that save a lot or something. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will show you the end. I'll show you all my tomatoes in my pot when I start boiling it down, okay? Okay, so now I've taken some of my tomatoes that were frozen and unthawed, and I'm going to grind them up through my food mill. Ryan, will you do me a favor? Will you come here and hold this for me?
Yes, I will.
So I can turn my food mill. I'm going to churn these up here, because these were the ones that were frozen and they're unthawed and they're kind of mushy. So it's a lot easier to do this. Plus then you get all the seeds out and I can pull the skins out like that. See? There's the core and a big chunk of stuff.
Stick all those other tomatoes in there. Those ones still had skin on them, or what?
Yeah, these ones still had the skin and the cores in them.
Okay.
But they were what came out of the freezer, and so they were kind of mushy. So instead of trying to skin them and everything by hand, I'm just going to run through my food mill here, which was a great find at the flea market. See, and then I can just go like this and pull out
all the crap.
This, yeah, pull out that kind of stuff, the pulp stuff that didn't go through. See, See, and there's another core piece. My cousin David told me to do this. David Cox. He said this is how they do all their tomatoes. And they just have a tomato juice basically at the end. So I thought I'd try it.
That's a lot of good stuff right there. I'm
going to dump the rest of that in there.
Oh, yeah.
See? That's how easy it is.
Well, throw it away and come back and get your phone because my arm's starting to hurt. And I'm going to smoke me a cigarette before the food's done in 28 minutes, man. I'm making my concoction tonight.
Woo. And as you can tell here, I've got more fresh tomatoes. I have to blanch and peel, so I'm going to keep on keeping on. Okay guys, I have my tomatoes all processed. This pot is maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a gallon pot. It's not a chef stock pot, which I wish I had. And then this one, which I just had my food mill in, running in the last of my frozen tomatoes. This one's about a quarter full. Oops, skin. And getting ready to boil both of these down. And then later I will throw them in the jars and be ready to can them. Sorry if my stove's a little dirty, guys. I cook bacon and this is my normal household stove, okay? Thank you. See you next time. Okay guys, so I got my tomatoes all cooked down. It's late at night, my family's asleep. I already washed and sterilized all my jars. I washed them in hot soapy water, then put them in the water bath canner to let them sterilize to 120. I've already filled my first jar, so I'm going to put my lids in the hot water here and let them get warm so the seals seal really good. And I'm going to wipe and clean the rim of this one and going to proceed on. I'll show you my water bath canner when it's full, guys. Okay guys, there's my jar with a 1/2 inch head space. I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid. Hold on. Okay, here I am working on my third to last jar of tomatoes, and I think I forgot to say, make sure you add 1/4 of a teaspoon of citric acid. I don't know if that was really 1/4 here. I'm going to do that. Of citric acid for shelf stability. This is Ball's brand citric acid used for canning tomatoes, replaces lemon juice. For pint sizes, you use 1/4 of a teaspoon per half per quart. See, 1/4 per pint, which is what we're doing. Got some jars full here, and we're going to keep going on. Thanks, guys, for watching. Okay, guys, I got my water bath canner full of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pints and 1 quart. I'm going to put the lid on and let it process. Actually, gotta take my temperature gauge out first because it's currently at 180. Hope I don't wake nobody up with all my loud noises. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Keep tuning in to see what happens next. Okay, I have my stove on high here, and I have a gas stove. And my water bath canner is full, and I'm just waiting for it to steam here, and then it's going to run for 45 minutes, and the tomatoes will be done, y'all, and canned, and good for 18 months. So just hang out here, and I'll show you what happens when they're done. And here's my finished product of canned tomatoes, guys, and my own tomato juice. And I let it sit in the hot water bath canner for 45 minutes. I had 1 quart, so I had to do 45 minutes for that. And after 5 minutes, you pull them out. You take the top off. After 45 minutes, you take the lid off. Let them sit in there for 5 minutes in the water. Then you pull them out and let them sit overnight and cool down. Then you put them back in the boxes and put them in your pantry, and they're ready to go. I hope you guys like this video and give me a thumbs up, okay? Bye.